Alright, so we have standard F-IF.6, calculate and interpret the average rate of change, which used to be slope, of a function presented symbolically as a graph or as a table. Over a specified interval, estimate the rate of change from a graph. We have some learning objectives. On the first page we have of our lesson, we have mathematical practices and standards. Alright, so second page, teacher opens up the PowerPoint. So we got the PowerPoint here, go to the standard, go into the activity. Obviously blow this up for bigger display, but for the presentation we're going to leave it small so I can toggle through a little bit quicker. So he's going to grab a balloon, tape measure, ruler. If you want to measure length, you can do that. So you don't need a tape measure. You're going to have a timer. You're going to give him 2 seconds. And on your mark, get set, go. You're going to measure the balloon. We already did. Wrote some information down. Give him another 2 seconds. Go. Stop. Measure the balloon. Write the information down. The partner will. The student is holding the balloon. Make sure it doesn't release. What happens if it pops? That's one of the assessing questions, or if you let it out of the air. Let. Another 2 seconds. Stop. Measure it again. So you're going in intervals of 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. You stop at 10. You measure the balloon. You make sure all the information's there. Then they're going to graph the data. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And you're going to talk about who had the biggest balloon. Go ahead, deflate it. All right, so some of the assessing questions at the bottom of your guided notes. So here are the guided notes where they'll write down the information. Right, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Who had the biggest balloon? Then graph and seconds and size, and then what are the intervals? What's the size interval? What's the time interval? And then on the back, they're about to do this. So they're about to go 2 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 2, 5, 10. Put in their measurements. Okay, who won? You know, who got the biggest balloon? Graph your data because your partner is going to do it. You're going to write down your partner's data as well. And you're just going to compare, and there'll be a prize. There'll be a prize. You give them a cookie if you want. But anyways, after you do the first activity, you want to make sure that you have this Excel file pulled up, maybe graph it for them, input the data here. So it's really easy. Just click on the box, type in 22 if it's 22 inches. You know, and they'll watch the graph change. I'm going to change it just to 0. You'll watch this drop all the way down just for fun. 0, enter. That's kind of where they started, right? And anyways, a visual representation. You can go back to the PowerPoint, have the kids compete. So you'll do the 2, 5, and 10. You gotta have your timer again. You're the controller as the students are doing this activity. So Antoine is student again. Partner's going to record and measure the data. And on your mark, get set, go. Stop. Measure the balloon, record the data. Now you're going to get additional 3 seconds up to 5. Stop. You notice you got a couple more breaths in there. And then now we're going to go all the way up to 10. Okay, stop. And measure the balloon, record the data. So you go back to the PowerPoint. And 2, 5, and 10. 2, 5, 10. Record the data. Kind of something, this side goes through 1 through 10. I need to make sure to edit it that it goes like maybe by 10s or by 5s. So anyways, need to change that. Who won? So you or your partner. After the both times are done, you do this again, you repeat it. So who won? Graph your data, not your partner's, only yours. Alright, go for it. Go ahead and fill it out. The next part is guided notes. Okay, where we have the formula there. And as you can see, there are some boxes that you're going to be filling in. And this stuff that you're going to be filling in. So positive rate, you fill in just an example. Negative rate, they didn't write the formula, it's not a problem. Make sure they do. Constant rate, they didn't write the arrow. And rate of change. Okay, you'll see it on the PowerPoint. On the back side, then we have the definitions. We have 5. You can edit that if you'd like. Then we're going to do a problem, and again, they're going to fill in. Here we have x1. They're going to fill in x2, y2, the numbers, where the numbers go here, domain, range, and just to kind of explain that to them. So here it is. As you're doing this, you can pop it up. It's going to be animated, so you know they're writing all this stuff down. There was the definitions, okay, that I just went by. And then here are 3 slides where you can kind of explain some more examples, but you don't have to. You can skip them if you want. So skip them for now. Here's the formula again, and then we're going to have some pop-ups for the guided notes that I just showed you, where the x1s and y1s are going to pop up, and x2 and y2 popped up, and now the numbers are going to pop up in the formula. Okay, and this is something that you do together as a class. And we're going to have some more information pop up, x1, or x2, y2, okay? No points, they're blank for a purpose, so you fill them in. Blank for a purpose, you fill it in. Here you have the formula again popping up, popping up, popping up. 6/3, right here you can talk about rise over run. And maybe like look at your graph and kind of check it out. And then show them that it reduces to 2. Alright, now it's you two, where you just kind of stop here, you pop up the graph, you do 1 click, this is all they get for now. And you have them do it. They're going to find the points, they're going to plug it in, give them like 6 minutes to do this, you know, help them out, walk around the class. After that, you're going to have your points. Obviously, again, you have a fill in here, they do 2. Okay, you have these kind of words there to show you that it's all the same thing. Because in the book they use slope a lot, even though the standard's now rate of change. Here we have the points, calculations, negative, negative, positive, 1/2, 3/6, 1/3. So I want to go back to 3/6 because I wanted to show them the rise over the run. That's why I put that there. Alright, so now you have a bunch of problems to do on a worksheet. You have 15 minutes to do it, and I'll show you that really quick. So again, this is the notes that they filled in. Okay, you see the red and the blue, and this is the worksheet where they have 8 problems. 15 minutes, and just points. Like if you look at it, you can find those points, find the slope, or they can just calculate it. Honestly, if they want. Alright, next thing you're going to do is go to the matching game where they have 6 boxes to fill in their information. Take you a couple minutes to model it, but then they're going to fill in their information there. So they have to show the work. Okay, so you'll be competing against with your partner against the rest of the class. The first team to complete wins. So if you do a prize for this, then make sure you have 2 prizes, one for each. You can do this in bigger groups, so you can do them in groups of 4 if you like. But again, you know, just 1 prize for the team. So 4 prizes in that case. Watch the teacher model the activity. You'll use the formula that we just learned. Lay out the board in front of you with your partner, get the pieces all ready. calculate the information on page 8 and show the answers on page 9. So you kind of talk about it really quick, and you're going to show them, hey, you're going to pass this out. Okay, which is this, the standard, some rules again. Okay, the board. Okay, which is upside down. Okay, so the board. There are units here, the table here, the rate there. What does that look like? Here's the table. Okay, here's the rates after they calculate them, the numbers. Pretty easy. And here's the strips. What does that finally look like? Something like this. Table, rate, and fees. Now, if you want to show them like an example, by the way, this is what the pieces look like all cut up, right? Here are the strips. And this is another just kind of an example where you have the pieces together. But you can show them an example, you know, model this for them. Okay, so I already have one kind of like done for us where you're going to make a table. You show them the formula. You do one for them. This is miles per minute. So let's say you're running a mile and your pace is at 10 minutes. You're running 2 miles in 20, 3, and 30. You find the slope, you plug it in, you get -10 over -1 or 10 over 1, however you plug it in the formula. Simplifies to 10, and that would be your answer. Show them that really quick, and that's it. Here's, you know, just to show them that, hey, you got 6 boxes. You have to show your work. If you don't show your work, you're not going to get credit. You're not going to win. Okay, here's the table again, just to show them up here, so it's all there for you. Here's the table's rate of change, the strips, and then finally some assessing questions at the end or exit. What did you learn today from the balloon activity? What was the formula you learned? What did you learn from the rate of change matching game? Again, there's some other questions in the lesson plan where it says what would happen if the balloon popped and things like that. Homework, page 298, 8 through 25. If you have any questions or have any recommendations for edits, our emails are down here, Chris Swanson and Antoine McClendon. The last thing I want to show you, I think that's actually about it. In the packet we have just kind of a couple like parentheses that says you have time to do a quiz. You have time to get rid of this and put something else. We recommend it. Total time is about 107 minutes calculated, so you really do. You have time to maybe do homework at the end or something like that. That's it.